Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm bringing you Smackin Sweaties episode 67. And in this episode, it's kind of an interesting one. So, it's me, Illusion, and Goon. Illusion and Goon are on their mains, and I'm on Race Car Driver. And it started out as a 3v2. Right there you saw Tolerance connect. And that turns it into a 3v3. And on the third team also there's Zenapax by himself, just, trying hard, doing whatever, I don't know. Anyways, also everyone knew, that it was me because we were all in game chat talking, because I'm friends with like all these people. So we were just playing, and this ended up happening. But regardless, everyone's still trying to get the win. But anyways, so the weird thing that happened was Illusion was sniping for like the first 5-6 minutes of this or something. Because it was a 3v2 at first. It was just, me, Illusion, and Goon versus Wetbag, which is Poke V, and Demise, which he's on his Demise OK account. And then Tolerance connects in like the first 30 seconds of the game, and it turns it into a 3v3. And Illusion was like in private chat, he wasn't paying attention, and he didn't realize that it was a 3v3. So me and Goon are over here trying hard, and he's still over here sniping like a retard. But eventually he pulls out a regular gun and realizes that, hey, we actually need to try. We can't just, 2v3 these guys. They're not that bad, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. But, you know what I'm saying. Like, it requires our full effort, I guess I could say. But, anyways, I pretty much end up turning up on these dudes. Like, I really end up going in. I end up dropping like 51 and 15, and I actually end up dropping a 23 Gunstreak, I believe, 22 or 23, I forgot. Almost a brutal on them. Towards the end of it, like I literally like ended up going off, so that was pretty crazy. Pretty much went in, and we beat these guys by like 90 points or so, I think. It was like 190 to like 100 or something. So we ended up pulling away. I had to end up turning it up because Illusion was fucking around like a retard. And he was in private chat, so we couldn't even tell him, to stop fucking around. But anyways, that's pretty much all the intro I had to say. So, playing against like a Tryhard team, and then also just like a one Tryhard player on another team by himself, just doing his thing, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much all I need to say as far as the intro. One little like topic I guess I have for this video is I uploaded a video, I don't know, like a week ago, maybe like a week to 2 weeks ago, and I said I had 98 kills on Tryhards, and a lot of people tried to tell me that those kids weren't Tryhards, those kids weren't good or whatever, and I want to kind of talk about that, like, in general, not just pertaining to that video. Even in this video, I guess, I dropped a 22 gun streak on these guys, I went 51 and 15. That doesn't really take away from their skill, I guess. You know what I'm saying? How good I do on some players, at least in this series, doesn't really mean that they were bad. It just means that I'm better. You know what I mean? And I don't know how else to put that. Like I don't know if that sounds like cocky or whatever. I mean, for sure, if Complexity was to come up in multi-team, if I'm playing against like Crim Aches and fucking Karma, I'm sure they'd probably drop a fucking brutal on me, you know what I mean? Does that mean that, I suck or something? That I'm not a good player? I don't think so, but I don't know, that's just the way that I looked at it. As good as you are, there's always going to be, someone better than you out there. Except for maybe Complexity, I guess, they are the best. But maybe, there's some unknown random out there who's just like a fucking god, and, nobody knows about him. And maybe he's out there, but in general, I would say that besides Complexity, there's always someone better than you. So, in all of Smackin Sweaties, me doing good against these guys, or, some of my team doing good, or, whatever, it doesn't really take away from their personal skill, because everyone in all of these episodes can probably hold their own against like randoms, and what I mean by that is like like negative KD players who don't even give a fuck about the game, who like play split screen with like their friend or whatever. Everyone, they could probably drop nuclears and stuff on them, but it doesn't mean that they suck because they got smacked by me or something. I don't know. That's just, if that makes any sense to you, I guess. I thought I just want to kind of clear that up. I don't know if I explained that in the best way, but yeah, that's just kind of what I meant. I don't want to like take away other people's skill or whatever, based on these videos, and I don't want what I'm doing to be undervalued, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. That's just a little tangent I thought I'd touch on. But yeah, anyways, you guys can see this game's pretty fucking close. Illusion's still getting pistol kills and shit because he's sniping. I don't know when he actually pulls out like a real gun. But as you can see, it's pretty much tied right now with 4 minutes left. And I was like pissed off at this kid. I was like screaming. I was like, bro, you really need to start trying before we lose. And you know, he wasn't paying attention, obviously, but me and Goon were kind of freaking out. We're like, yo, we gotta carry this retard because he's not paying attention or whatever. And I think probably around the next hill or so, oh, right there, yeah. So yeah, he's using MP7. So yeah, he ended up pulling out a real gun right about here. And this is where we pulled away. Goon got the VSAT, and then I ended up getting my streaks, I'm pretty sure, right here as well. So this is where we kind of just turned up on him. You know, Illusion pulled out the real gun, me and Goon started getting the streaks. This was pretty much the end of the game right here. But that's pretty much it. As far as the game goes, I think Goon dropped around like 50, I think, so did I, and then Illusion still went positive, even though he's sniping like half the game like a retard, and he was like going negative. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say. I might put like a song or something for like the last couple minutes. If you guys want to watch like the 25 gun streak or 23 or whatever, I'll put it in the title. I have to go back and count it, but it starts right about here. I get 2 escort drones, and then I finally die. I wanted to get a nuclear. I'm trying to think. I think I only got 2 nuclears when I've been anti-ing or playing Tryhards or whatever. I've got a nuclear twice, and they weren't like the best, but you know. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
It sends me to the peak.